My brother expects me to pay for his wedding because I am successful. I am the oldest of 3 brothers, and for as long as I can remember, I have been the one who had to have his life together. My parents are great people, but they never had much money. So, I started working when I was 15 to pay for my own clothes and my first car. I put myself through college and then spent 10 years working 80-hour weeks to build a small consulting firm from the ground up. I finally reached a point where I am comfortable, and I bought a nice house and a luxury car. My middle brother, Leo, is the exact opposite. He is 32 years old and still lives in our parents' basement. He has never had a job that lasted longer than 6 months because he says he is an artist and corporate life stifles his creativity. But my parents have enabled him his entire life because he is the baby, and they think he is fragile. 2 months ago, Leo announced he was getting married to a girl he met at a festival 3 weeks prior. The wedding planning started immediately, and it was clear from the beginning that Leo and his fiancée had champagne taste on a tap water budget. They wanted a destination wedding in Italy with a 3-day open bar and a designer dress. When my dad told them they only had $5,000 to contribute, Leo laughed and said he already had a plan. That plan was me. At Sunday dinner, Leo stood up and made a toast to the best big brother in the world. He then told the entire family that I had agreed to cover the remaining $40,000 for the wedding as a gift to him. And I was sitting there with a fork halfway to my mouth, and I had never heard a single word about this. My parents started clapping, and my mom was crying, saying she knew I would do the right thing for the family. I put my fork down and told them right then that I never agreed to that. The room went silent. Leo looked at me with his pathetic pout and said that since I make more in a month than he makes in a year, it shouldn't be a big deal. He said that family is supposed to share the wealth and that it was my duty as the successful one to provide for the others. My dad pulled me aside and told me that I was being selfish and that I was ruining Leo's big day before it even started. For the last month, the pressure has been relentless. My mom calls me every day crying about how the venue will be lost if I don't send the deposit. Leo has been posting on Facebook about how money changes people and how some brothers forget where they came from. I even had his fiancée call me and scream that I was a dream killer. I tried to compromise. I offered to pay for the rehearsal dinner at a nice local restaurant, which would have cost about $3,000. Leo told me that was an insult and that if I wasn't going to pay for the whole thing, I might as well not come at all. He said I was dead to him unless I wrote the check. Last week, I found out that Leo had actually gone behind my back and contacted a local caterer and told them I was his business partner and that I would be handling the billing. He tried to use my credit history to secure a line of credit for the wedding supplies. I only found out because the company called my office to verify my identity and I reached my limit. Just say no this time. I called the caterer and told them that Leo was a fraud and that I would be filing a police report for identity theft if they moved forward with him. Then, I sent a group text to the entire extended family. I attached a screenshot of the credit application Leo tried to forge and a copy of the formal trespass warning I had my lawyer draft for my house. I told them all that since Leo said I was dead to him, I was going to act like a ghost. I canceled the flights I had booked for my parents, and I told them that since they supported Leo's theft, they could also support his wedding. The fallout has been massive. My parents are furious because they can't afford to fly to Italy on their own, and the wedding has been downgraded to a backyard potluck. My aunt called me a monster for choosing money over blood. The wedding day on my boat with a few friends who actually pay their own bills. I checked my phone once and saw a photo of Leo getting married in our parents' backyard looking absolutely miserable in a cheap suit. I put the phone back in my pocket and realized that for the first time in my life, I didn't feel responsible for his failure. If being the successful one means I have to be a bank for a thief, then I'm perfectly happy being the villain of the family.